We have yet another video that involves with stocks and bonds, and today we'll be going over Walgreens. As we all know, Walgreens is a fairly well-known company in which they sell a lot of different items, such as juice and medicine and things of that nature. But today we'll be going over their stock and their results. And yes, they do pay dividends. But today we'll be going over the graph to see what it looks like and see how it does. And today we have a graph that shows us $10.20 a share. But as you can see, the line in the middle, kind of indicates what it looks like in the future, even though it has its prices right here. But basically, we all want to pay attention to what the graph shows us, and as right now, even though the after average says 0.2%, which is great, this is definitely a stock to where, like, if you have a $5, $10, penny stock from your uh, stock machine or play stock, when you download your apps, you can invest $5 $10, in which I will show you guys a little bit later. This would be an idea of a stock that is, fairly at a cheap price, and you can still get some results. Now let's see, even though it says today, today and everything, let's see what it looks like for the next 5 days, months. We're just gonna break it down all the way. So let's take a look. And yeah, as you can see, we still have a long way to go. You can still kind of see where it may make a pull, where it may like result in some green as far as the color is concerned. But maybe I'm kind of afraid, like, this stock right here may not have a lot of pull power, but you never know because the after hour shows 1.1%. So let's just take a look. But we're just going to understand, how to, like, what to look for, where to put your money at, especially a beginner. Right now it shows red because of the invisible line, but well, not the invisible line, the line in the middle, and it's pretty much right here. Pretty much the line is right there. So, but let's take a look to see what it says for the next month. And as these are all just pretty much predictions. Nothing is really solid. Pretty much anything can happen. Different reasons, but yeah, it makes a small, you know, growth. And yes, pretty much this would be something that I would look into if you have about $5, $10. See what you can do. But if you have an app, this would be one of the ones that I can kind of almost say, you can make some change. Maybe not for a long while, but at least enough for you to look out next couple of days, few weeks. But it's still showing us down 1.8%. But sometime next week, it's definitely looking on the up and up. But let's take a look to see what it says for the next 6 months. And yeah, earlier from the pool, it still didn't really see much of a recovery. And it's okay, but different companies, all different reasons, different things happen, but it's not too much of a bad thing because you know, you can still make your profit for the most time being. And I really wouldn't too much worry about it, but this is just something that you can see more or less of a review of, like, the stock market, and what it looks like to invest for like a quick run. It did show some life, but, like, it doesn't look like it's gonna pull from a strong recovery. But let's take a look. There, I was wrong, but hey, you know, things happen. But all predictions. But as you can see, again, You can put your money in the stock, and it does pay a dividend. I believe the dividend was paid last December. A few months ago, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but again, $10.28, which really hasn't changed. But like that line right here in the middle, you want to make sure it goes up. Green means to buy, basically, and red means to sell. But penny stocks, you can make your money, and you can find a way to, you know, get your money for it. But let's take a look to see what happens next year. Yeah, even the business average, it shows negative 1.18. Even though the after hours look like it could show a potential growth again, but let's take a look. And as you can see, um, these dots right here is pretty much the best that it rises, but it doesn't really show any more growth. And it's fine. Different reasons, but I just kind of want to show you guys what to look for, and definitely before the few more years, the stock would definitely show some kind of positive results. But this is pretty much what's going on. So let's take a look to see at the next 5 years. Yeah, pretty much shows that birth could come another one, but I guess we're gonna have to see because Walgreens is a good company, but it just looked like it takes a hard hit right here. And these are all just predictions. Anything can change. They're down 42%, but anything could change here in the near future. Because it's still a great company to invest in because they pay dividends. But let's take a look to see what happened towards all of the results. Yeah, and as you can see, yeah, and as you can see, Walgreens is it's not a bad company to invest in. So here's another review, stock review. If you had $5 to invest in, go to your local app store, download the app, and within the next couple of years, Walgreens should be back online because it do show a positive end results. Thanks again for tuning in. Like and subscribe and share.